What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today we're going to change it up and talk about the Rare and Xbox Game Studios 2020 rendition of Battletoads. Stick around and here we go. So this game is a side-scrolling beat-em-up video game that has been rebooted from its original arcade version from 1994. Under the supervision of Rare, it's been developed by Dlala and brought to you by Xbox Game Studios. It's available to play as a purchase or as one of the games through Xbox Game Pass. It is a single or three-person player game that incorporates the old-school beat-em-up fighting that we all grew up on, and as well an introduction which is unique to this game of other types of game styles mixed into different levels as you progress through the game stages.
Being a bad guy is great. Cool hideout, fancy hoverboards.
And no one can tell me to wear a shirt.
This is where they try to be funny.
Oh no! It's the mega famous Battletoads, including Zitz, the leader, Pimple, the strong one, and Rash, the sunglasses one.
Don't forget Best Kisser.
Enough talk. It's time to... Best kisser? Why are you the best kisser?
Maybe because I practice on my hand all the time.
Yeah, some of the jokes are a little cringe. You're like, oh, really?
Come on, there's more girls outside.
But all in all, it's funny.
Yeah.
So here is where we see the side-scrolling beat 'em up. Here we go, buddy. Take some of this. Quick side note, as you, or if you decide to play this on your PC, it is 100% recommended that you play this with a controller. It's like not even possible to play or enjoy this game if you play with a keyboard and mouse. It's just the way that they have all the combos and the button configuration set up. It's really hard. You can do it, but in your case. This is the first stage, so through it you'll get to learn a lot of what the buttons do and a lot of what the combinations will help you get through some of the types of enemies that you fight. You have evade functions, block breaking moves, moves that will allow you to get the enemy closer to you. If you are playing by yourself, you are allowed to switch from one of the characters to another, and I will go through some of their moves in a second. This is the introduction of the first enemy.
Join my game or die. We offer competitive wages, dinner insurance, and return.
Again, great voice acting, great music, and it's pretty funny. And you know how this goes. Go through it. Again, that's accomplished by X 5 times and then B. You could do that. That's XXB. Press down on the right joystick. This is Zit. This is the block breaking move. Again, going back to fighting the same guy. Fight him like twice or 3 times, and this is his last form as you progress through the first stage.
And so I finally pass into the afterlife. Wait, there's nothing here. Make the most of the time you have!
Yikes.
I don't think he's coming back this time.
Oh, well, sucks to be him. On with the celebration!
There goes Zit, Pimple, and Rash. I personally like playing with the big guy, Pimple. But I found that Zit is also very quick and agile.
Forgot we could fly.
Yep. Everyone loves us. Now we can fly.
What? Tony, come to work. There's friggin' frogs in here. Who is this guy? Hang tight, frogs. We're gonna get you out of that bunker.
Bunker.
Bunker?
That boy was executed. In lighter news, we've all heard of Toad in the Hole. But toads in a hole? Julie Saturn Rings has more.
Thanks, Zerb. Sounds bizarre, but that's exactly what a local construction
So we was
crew
digging,
discovered
you know?
this afternoon.
Yeah, so we was digging, you know, for construction
Friggin'.
stuff, and I find this bunker with friggin' frogs trapped inside. And I mean, it stinks. So we checked the wiring, and these morons been in there for 26 years living a simulated fantasy life. And I mean, they stink.
26 years in a fantasy bunker? You'd have to be gullible not to figure that one out. So, frogs, how you feeling? Stupid?
We're not frogs. We're toads.
The Battletoads.
We're famous superheroes.
This just in. No, you're not. This has been Julie Saturn Rings asking, what are they going to do now?
And here's where we go into the introduction of one of the other types of games or side games. Here, you know, pressing left and right circles. Again, whatever. So this is how they incorporate the new styles into the game. However, as I'm going to mention later on, some of these modes, if you have someone who's not good at these types of things, you know, pressing the buttons and going B, pressing A, the game will just, it'll get a little frustrating. So now this is another mode.
Remember, fellas, these turbo bikes are
I don't know what this
way
reminds me of.
You know what that means?
F-Zero? I don't know.
Crash him?
Exactly.
Then you have this rock, paper, scissor variation.
It's a tie!
Here is another variation of a side-scrolling, you know, jumper, where all you have to do is just press A and then X to hold on to these different platforms. Y. Next mode is a Gradius or old school,
Now, does
you
anyone
know,
know how to control this shit?
fighter shooter type of
there'll
thing.
probably be
In this
some sort
game,
of tutorial.
when you have the 3 players, you'll
Oh, wait,
notice
it says
that
right
on the
there on
top
the screen.
it says
Told you.
one first player. But if you have 3 people, one person will shoot the left, the other one will shoot the right, and one of the players flies the ship, which gets really difficult. In this game mode, it's more of like a
There's no
platformer.
violence allowed on the
as
rock,
you'll
my
see.
man. It's about using your
where you-
fingers.
later on,
And if you
as you
think you
progress,
gotta drain the
you'll
vein,
start doing
now's the time.
puzzles. So,
See you up there.
as you've seen so far, the game is pretty unique and fun to play. The cons that I find with the game is that the mini games or the other types of games that they have you go through feel a little like a drag, and at one point in the game you forget that this is even a beat 'em up. And all the moves and different button combos that you had to learn will be forgotten by the time you have gotten back to that part of the storyline. Another issue is that the 3-play or multiplayer mode relies heavily on all your other teammates being on par or really good in order to succeed. Some of the tasks throughout the game, specifically the non-side-scrolling beat-em-up modes, will become a frustration if one person of the team falls short. Yes, after a while, when the game notices that you're dying a lot, it activates this Game Genie type of invincibility. Not invisibility, but invincibility mode where you can't get hurt, etc. All in all, the game's music, visuals are amazing. The story is great, and the way they incorporate all the different game styles is unique. I recommend you give it a try. I personally give it a 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. That's all for now. Please let me know in the comments below if you remember playing this game in the 90s. What are the game types, or what are the games you'd like for me to review? And share. God bless and peace out.